What would you do if you were homeless, broke, raising a child alone, sleeping in public bathrooms, but still chasing a dream so big it made people laugh in your face? This is the true story of Chris Gardner. A man who had nothing and built everything. A man who went from a bathroom floor to owning a multi-million-dollar firm. From poverty to peace. Chris Gardner was born in 1954 in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. No father. An abusive stepfather. A mother who loved him, but couldn't protect him from the storm. By the age of 5, Chris had already seen violence most grown men never face. He watched his stepfather beat his mom. He lived in foster care, not because he was unloved, but because life was cruel. But even then, Chris made a vow. When I become a father, my children will always know who their daddy is. That promise would shape the rest of his life. After the Navy, Chris worked as a medical equipment salesman. It paid little. Bills stacked up. He and his girlfriend had a baby, Christopher Jr. Then came the moment that changed everything. In San Francisco, he saw a man step out of a red Ferrari. He asked him 2 questions. What do you do? And how do you do it? The answer? Stockbroker. That's when Chris decided he was going to become one too. No degree. No contacts. No money. Just pure, unshakable will. Life collapsed quickly. His girlfriend left. He lost his place to live. But she came back and left their toddler with him. Now he was homeless. With a baby. And still, he chased the dream. He landed an unpaid internship at Dean Witter. Every day, he wore the same suit. Dropped his son off. Worked. Studied. Cold called. At night, he searched for shelter. Some nights, they slept on a train. Others? In a locked public bathroom. He covered his child with his coat and cried silently. No one at work knew. And still, he didn't quit. Chris made 200 cold calls a day. He studied stock charts by flashlight. He performed. Outworked. Outlearned. Outlasted. And he passed the Series 7 exam. He got the job. Finally, he could breathe. He and his son moved into a real apartment. Beds. Food. Warmth. But more than that, freedom. And that was just the beginning. Chris joined Bear Stearns and Company. Clients came. Profits rose. He was on Wall Street, and he was winning. In 1987, he founded his own firm, Gardner Rich and Company. What started as a small company became a powerhouse. Years later, he sold his stake in a multi-million-dollar deal. From homeless to CEO. From poverty to power. But more than the money, he had kept his promise to his son. Chris shared his story with the world in his book, The Pursuit of Happiness. Hollywood came calling. Will Smith played Chris in the blockbuster film. It touched millions. But Chris wasn't done. He began traveling the world. Speaking to youth, inmates, single parents, and dreamers. He talked about pain, faith, and focus. He told them, the cavalry ain't coming. But you can become your own cavalry. He launched charities, scholarships, programs for the homeless. He turned his pain into purpose. Today, Chris Gardner is a global speaker, philanthropist, and father. His son, now grown, walks beside him. Chris never chased money. He chased meaning. And money followed. He defined success this way. Wealth is not just about what's in your bank account. It's about what's in your soul, your legacy, your peace. Chris Gardner started with nothing. No father. No safety net. No privilege. But he had something stronger. Conviction. Discipline. and love. From sleeping on a bathroom floor to standing on stages around the world. If he could do it, so can you. This is the true pursuit of happiness.